plus for you, and I don't know how this changed you as an artist, you as a personality. Of course, you settled down, got married to your college sweetheart. Tell us about that experience, and has that basically put you on another level, especially in terms of your brand, Nameless, and what your fans
how they view it. I mean, I always tell upcoming artists, you really have to understand how the people want to package you, because people package you.
People package you.
Yes. You can want to be like this, but guys say, no, we want you like this.
And you stay
and
like
you have
this.
to stay like this. And you try change, they let go of you, you know?
That's a challenge.
It's a challenge. So whenever an upcoming artist is coming up, I'm like, you know, try and weigh and see what people want from you. Yeah, do they want you to be rough? Do they want you to be smooth? Do they want you to be... So you might have to check one or two things and weigh and see how it is, you know? So for me, I'd already developed I'd already begun to see the connection with the audience, and I developed that kind of connection with them and packaged it. So when I was getting married and I was telling the people who handle that business, my business, they were like,
are you sure?
Are you sure? We were just, you know,
we're just about to hit.
Yeah, we're going to do another thing, man. That's the time. And every guy who out there will be like, dog.
What informed you to, and it's not a cliche question, but what informed you then to that was the way to go, being married, settling down, and still maintain a very, you know, a brand that was more of an idol, a pop idol, rather than, you know?
I mean, for me, you know, I'd been in the industry for a long time, and I realized the industry has ups and downs.
Yes.
And you know the industry, it's hype, showbiz, and all that, and you need to identify real things, you know? You always have to have, in this whole hype, you have to have real things.
Absolutely. Things you can
It's real.
Yeah.
You know, it's real. You have to have that.
Right.
And people might be saying, no, forget the real, enjoy the, but you realize you need that.
Is it tough though?
And yes, and it's definitely tough. But you have to make that decision. So for me, they were like, okay, if you have to get married, can you do it secretly, man? No one knows, don't put your ring.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Because we're looking, saying this is a business. And I'm like, I remember that, like, way back when I was young, I always remember that the way I used to look at marriage and the way I used to look at, you know, family life and all that. I was like, I'm not going to compromise that idea because of showbiz. So I said, no, I'm going to do what I have to do. And I'm going to do a wedding, and of course the wedding is normally for the babe.
Yes.
And you just have to, you know,
beautiful wedding
and all that. But for me, I was like, let me do that. That's real. That's what I need. That's real. These other things can follow. So after all that, now you come back and now you're saying, now
let's go on with the brand.
Now let's go on with the brand. So when you come, you're like,
but it does have its challenges.
It has challenges. So now you look at it, and for real, I don't know if guys noticed, but that time I got a bit confused. I did get a bit confused at some point.
Too.
Yeah. So I was like, how do I rebrand myself? Because I was in this way, but now this way, and it's a new thing to me. And even to my wife, it was a new thing to be in showbiz at the same time to get into family life. And it was crazy. So I got a bit confused, and it was a part of my career that I was totally like, really like, what's going to happen? So I tried a few things, chucked a few songs. I went
underground.
Yeah, just went in there, and that's the time that I decided to release Sincere. I wrote it and released it, and that's the time I also got to now reinvent myself and look at myself in a different way.
Actually,
because whereby I said I'm still nameless in own way.
With my crazy songs.
But in a more mature way and more feel, you know, more feel.
Sincere actually was very mature.
More mature, but it still had its funny twists here and there. But before I got there, it was a struggle, and people don't really realize such things. But it's a struggle. It's not that easy to know what people want.
Is it easier though? The fact that Wahoo also is an artist in our own right. So she understands the rigmaroles of maintaining a brand.
People assume that, but I think in the end of the day, we are humans, human beings, you know. You can be a musician, you can be whatever, you a presenter, you can be in the bank, all human beings with normal feelings.
Absolutely.
So we'll still have the same issues the same hustle. Sometimes I think it's an advantage, and it's easier because she'll understand, and even I will understand. She goes on stage, she gotta do her thing, man. Absolutely. She gotta do her thing, and even if I'm like, yeah, she's a bit short, but you know, don't you dare noise like that, man. Exactly, you know. You have those kind of things, but at the same time, so you still have those feelings as a guy, you know. You know, a guy is very protective about his woman. That's right. But and then at the same time, you have to compromise and say, you know what? Because luckily, I've been up the stage, so I know the pressure. So I know I feel her pressure. My goodness, I feel her pressure. So I have to look and say, I gotta. She's an artist. She's a brand. She's a brand, and she's gotta do what she gotta do. Absolutely. But if I didn't realize that, I'd be like, why did you do this? Why did you turn waist like this? Why don't? But now, being that I've been on stage, I know that when you're there, you gotta connect with your listener, with the people who make you earn a living. Yeah, so you gotta connect. You know?
Here's a question then, and I promise we'll take. I'm gonna answer. So here goes. How come you've never done a song with your wife?
How come we've never done a song with my wife?
I mean, you're two powerful artists. You're all
in the same house, in the same bedroom. And it's never come to us. It's never come to us. Hey, can I do a collab with you? I'm busy looking for other people in other countries.
Do you know, I actually thought she was the backup singer in Tanzania. And I'm told, no. So, okay, there you go. Why? Okay, that's squirming, which is a little dangerous.
No, that is, you know, in all this, you also look at it, as you say, look at yourself as brand.
As a brand, yes.
Yeah, because sometimes I think when we're musicians, excitement, you just go somewhere, you don't plan anything, you meet someone, you just jump in the studio, you record something, you're not really planning it out and seeing how it will work for you too and stuff. That's dangerous. You really have to look and say, you know, how is it going to work? Because you'll end up just doing so many things without a plan. So for me and her, we realized, being that we're together, there's this assumption that we have to be doing things together. And we'll be packaged like that. And that will stifle our growth as individual brands. Will now be a group. You get, instead of her building up a brand.
Tina and Ike Turner.
Exactly, you know, something like that. You know, so you want her to grow as herself and me to grow as myself, and then that collab will be more powerful.